occasion, we're going to see exactly that, Simo.
One thing that we'll have to pay attention to for FaZe is this kind of, you know, very strange, very interesting formation of agents on a map like Split. How do Sentinels adapt to it? I don't think they're normally used to seeing Skies come through, and that's definitely something you have to adapt to. Obviously, with Sky coming through, you're adapting to the agent itself, but with how FaZe are going to end up utilizing it, that is the bigger question.
As pistol round begins, I want to remind everybody that Sentinels is starting on the attack. And the last time we saw them in Challengers 1 when they played up against LG in the lower bracket finals, it was a 10-2 scoreline. Pistol's begun, they've already gotten the site. A smoke and dash from Shazam over the flower pot, the wall goes in spawn, and that's so strong on Pistol. They're going to take ramp control back with the Sky Flash, but they have a nice crossfire between Dapper and Sinatra.
Dapper's there as well. I believe that's a one-way or a cage. Something's there. They'll start to push through. There is a player down below on the flower pot. It's Sinatra who does get taken care of, but FaZe, they know that they're not alone here. Now the push still pushing through. The wall is up on screen. There's a paint shells. There's a dog. It comes through, and the Hound bites. Zachary with 3. Dapper trying to pick up the pieces, but he cannot, as FaZe win the opening pistol.
Another pistol round win for FaZe. This time it's on Split, so starting off good, hopefully rebuilding the confidence that they lost after kind of getting shut out in the second half of the last map. That was really nicely done. Also nicely done from Sentinels, but FaZe kind of expected that. They back off and play retake. With Sky and their ability to flash through for his teammates, really nice stuff. Especially like that ramp flash that they ended up retaking, having to face off against Dapper in the smoke. Marge putting that one down for them. But then he's too late, as they've already gotten the site. FaZe ends up choking all the space that Sentinels had on that retake.
I might be clipped and taken out of context. FaZe not choking yet.
I'm sure the Sentinels Twitter's already on it. I already know. The Sentinels Twitter has posted the clip, like. Once again, they take space on this A site. Spike will finally get there, but we've got a big flank from Marv. Timing should work nicely. No wall in this case. They hold on to spawn as well, but Shazam with the Sheriff puts him down. Now they have to go for a retake. All 4 coming through spawn. They already got elbow. Okay. What looked really nice from Sentinels is really hard to hang on to. It's just an eco round, of course, but that spike is planted and should be defused soon. No. Okay, there you go. Corey puts him down, but kind of sketchy in the end. Letting that spike go down, sure, they ended up really forcing them back and kind of making it the same exact situation, but still losing 3 with that entire situation. Not the greatest. Now they won't have a bonus this time, like they did on Haven.
I think that retake for FaZe is going to be deadly. Just Trailblazer is such a great way to retake the site, and we saw that 2 rounds in a row now. We'll see how it's utilized on the B site. It's a great insurance policy for FaZe. Get a little bit of space, you know, as opposed to the Owl drone used to clear that space. You don't have that here on Split. You don't have the Sova. A lot of great ways to get intel, but early picks. Sinatra through B main finds 2. This Rock is just trying to escape through the slow orb, and we're back to the Sentinels default.
The fact that they get 2 right there really, really gives Shazam the space. I thought he was going to push up even up more into heaven. They know Sky. Raucus is all the way on the B site, so they don't have to worry about this. Corey could be a nail in their side, though, but he does not peek. He doesn't get the info either. Should be Sky Flash out to actually get some info, but they're going to walk spawn instead. Oh, no. Really well done from Sentinels. Raucus is going to get caught by surprise? No. They're going to go A. I've seen some crazy stuff happen with Cyphers who are still playing A with a cam, but in any case, this is going to catch them completely by surprise. Like, oh, they're behind me? How? And this is going to be the moment they're like, wait, how did this happen? Dapper, by the way, is completely held down A. Zachary's going to be in for a world of hurt unless he turns his camera.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No.
It's going to be
oh, no.
Oh, man. I thought they were going to knife him. Psalms just pulls the trigger, and Dapper will fall, though, to a running Spectre there. Vandal picked up, but look at that wall. Look at the wall. Raucus is hurting, man. He doesn't have a TP, you can't get over. Okay, finally he does break, but a slow orb as well. is locked out.
Okay, Raucous. Okay.
One enemy remaining.
Down to Corey. Smoke down. He's got the athletics, has the blast back. Oh, what a great updraft as well.
One enemy remaining.
Shot's gonna be good. Down to the
Wait,
1v1.
wait.
Blast back onto site. This is doable,
Time,
but
though.
the spike is ticking. Shazam
Has to stick.
around the corner. There's the shots. That was a little too close for comfort for Sentinels. They'll win the round, but it was expensive. It was so expensive.
Very expensive. Look at this. Already light armor bought. For Sick. They're going to buy into this, of course. They won the round. They definitely want to keep the momentum up and try to make FaZe's money hurt a little bit, and it does. But that was ill-advised to go for that B main push, knowing that Sentinels, if they did their research, they should have known that there's always going to be a paint shell coming in and a slow orb, just like you see here from Sinatra and Sick. They might go for it again. And how that worked last time, they're going to back off. That gives the space for them to take B main control. Meanwhile, the default continues. Dapper over at A, and Shazam working up fast, though, this time. Might get dangerous here.
Armed with a great opening pick. Raucous as well to follow suit. Corey participates. They're going to take them apart one player at a time. And that B main control, the patented Sentinels default, not going to come to fruition this round. A flawless for FaZe.
The timing for that smoke is so unlucky for Shazam. It perfectly splits him and Zombs up as they work up mid. Because then the peek comes out from Corey. Then the peek comes out as well from Marved. And all of a sudden they fall apart because Shazam left on his own, segregated from the rest of his team. FaZe Clan now respond, and Sentinels does now have to save because of how drastically poorly that round that should have been a clean sweep 2 rounds ago ended up being. All towards A this time. It's going to be knives up for Shazam. He up drafts. Might be a dash through in towards Flower Pots too. You've got to be careful if you're Zachary here. He's the linchpin.
ABB and Corey up in heaven. There's Seekers now starting to come through. Where are those players located? And the fact that they're leaning towards the A site means that the stack is accordingly prepared. The showstopper not going to work out, but the Blade Storm neither does either. Corey with the first opening pick. Back to safety. Looking like a round that FaZe can clean up on. Baby Bay finally participate in those 2 pieces there. Rockets take down Zombs.
Interesting timing for the Seekers. He's just sitting in spawn, literally waiting to pop that Sky ult. And it completely busts Sentinels early. A aggro, cut noise, and then potentially re-exec. Also, they took B main control that time, the same smoke that Marv has been throwing. And because there was no slow orb, because there was no paint shells that we'll see this round, it's really, really easy to make that read. And then also, on top of that, Corey's ult, the showstopper comes out with time. Here's a quick aggro peek down towards mid. And the smoke as well. Sentinels can retake this, and they'll do it with 4.
Oh, Corey finds one. Paint shells as well to follow suit. Baby Bay with another. This round for Sentinels is slipping away quickly. Talk about that default, but FaZe look for control elsewhere. They're controlling this mid funnel in towards the ropes, in towards the mailroom, and Corey gets a lot of space up on the frog. A hop, skip, jump now over Sick on the wall, finds the frag. Raucous with the trade, just down to Zombs. 1v2 doable, especially with this TP. He can reset, recalibrate, try to find these individual 1v1s.
The camera's also posted up on Heaven, so they actually don't have information whether he can cross over into screens if he goes back to ramp. And the timing from Raucous too makes it really, really uncomfortable here. He's knife out though, no! Zombs! Knife out when Zachary definitely could be coming through spawn. I don't know about that one, but FaZe pick up another one, and that was really nicely done. The first flash over top of the smoke. They give Corey the space over top of the smoke once again. And instead of segregating this time, they use the smoke to push even further. The timing as Corey gets the aggressive peek. Smoke fades and they continue forward.
Let's talk about this mid push. We've talked about the B main early round for Sentinels. They get the orb, they get the paint shells, but FaZe committing a lot to controlling the mid side. There was 4 members there. Nobody on the B site, just Zachary on the A site. I'm really looking to how FaZe mix it up, because this mid control is deadly. If Sentinels don't watch it or don't pay attention to it, this Sage and Raze play for B main is kind of useless.
Identified that weakness in Sentinels' default. We haven't seen the sick wall at all. Finally, Corey goes down way too aggressive by himself. Now Sentinels has control of Heaven, but look at the position of Marv. He also has a little bit of control for himself. That spots nothing. They do have the neural theft out from Dapper as well. They hightail it over towards A. There's going to be a wall put down on spawn. Yes, Sick is coming in that direction. That's going to be difficult. There is an ult all the way back over towards A. Ramp Zombs will find one. Baby Bay trades though, and now they're in sight. Spike planted, but they're stuck. They're isolated, and they cannot get out. Zombs has to find something.
Baby Bay on the angle. There's the swing. He's gonna taken down. Marved on site already. He's gonna get taken down as well. Raucus and Baby Bay be taking the site together. Baby Bay going up from the Heaven front. There's the player. There's the shoulder. Shots don't connect. Still updraft available. And the Blade Storm as well, but he's looking to use the Phantom instead. Raucus pushing in from screens, and Shazam is ready for him. Swing goes sour. Oh, nice. Tailwind over. Baby Bay now in trouble, just trying to escape. Shazam's going to be ready for him as well.
Yeah.
Tight angle here for Baby Bay, but Sinatra's chasing him through as well. And a solid round for Sentinels. They'll put us up 2-5, but still it's FaZe in the driver's seat.
That tailwind from Shazam there secures the round in what was very uncomfortable. If they did not find that kill onto Raucus as he walked onto site. Sorry, yeah, Raucus, the sky, right there. If they didn't find that one, all of a sudden they're stuck in the site with only 2 left. They'd had 2 ults to secure it, and they didn't spend either one of those. So things still look decent for Sentinels right now, but this is a far cry from what we saw when they played LG. Most recently on Split, their attack side looked beautiful. Back to the default though, and it's B main control this time. From FaZe, Baby Bay has the op on Heaven as well, and they're peeking this. This is the shot though on Dapper, and now they know.
Oh, sick! The moment the casters criticize the B main control from Sentinels, Sick pulls out a nice, beautiful double onto the lowly suspects. Baby Bay looking for round number 3 on the op. There's the swing from Sick. He finally has to sit down for the rest of this one. BB4 doable. There's going to be Corey trying to create some space, deny the push from Mail. And unfortunately, Zombs playing close, pushes for Baby Bay. No! Zombs will take that one up for free. Falling onto the shoulders of Zachary.
Both Corey and Baby Bay fall in uncomfortable situations. I thought the round could turn around. The Sick fell, got a little too ambitious onto the op of Baby Bay, but operator, not really the best thing to be able to trade when they're pushing you. And Sinatra, yep, that's a thing. It's not all giggles though for Sentinels. It's really not. FaZe is working some things out. This round was won because of Sick peeking these 2 and grabbing both of them. They adjusted to push off and not have Raucus there a lot that time. And because of that, Sick finds both and he pushes out on a B main. He gets the patented wall down that we mentioned pregame. And things work out. Yes, it could have gone sour, but Corey's showstopper, it cleared the space. But he ended up gambling and going all in for it. And loses out because of it. Once again, mid-control trying to be used here from FaZe, but it's much slower. It's much, much slower, and Sentinels does not challenge. Wall out from Sick. This is it. No, they just walk out. Oh my goodness. Again, they find the hole. Again, they find the gap. And the keys to the B site are in firmly in Sick's hands.
Raucus does finally manage to stop the bleeding. The engagement continues towards this mid side, but both teams have been playing the mind games on the default. No wall, and also FaZe Clan don't push up through the middle. Now Spike ticks, and it's in the hands of FaZe. Seeker's available, as is the neural theft. This is the eco for FaZe.
They pick up a Phantom up in Heaven. I think all they're going to be able to do right now is go for picks, try to keep him in sight. That's the attempt. Oh, Vandal shots missing there.
One enemy remaining.
Corey and Raucus, yeah, no chance. They tried, but they failed. And Sentinels will grab all the kills for that one. 5-4, they've clapped back and really start to make this what FaZe Clan probably was hoping for. A really good 9-3, 8-4 half. Still possible. But the way that Sick is working on this B main, all of a sudden, even without Sinatra with him, the way that that's happening, it's very dangerous. If I'm FaZe, once again, it feels like Sentinels has figured something out.
Here.
The tempo has shifted as well. Sentinels feels like they're playing a very reactive default, and I like that. I like to see that because FaZe are throwing some interesting set pieces, especially with this mid control, but this time not going to be quite the same. It's Raucus and Corey poking and prodding with information. Dapper pushing now up a little bit closer. Marv takes him down, and that lurker is out of commission. This is going to give FaZe space to potentially push up if they so choose. That Neural Theft's going to give even more information with 4 members stuck in the middle here. What do FaZe do with that information?
Yes! Another one. 5-3 man advantage. Sick brings one back up. That's Zom, so there's still pressuring be made. Baby Bay with another one. He still has dash too. Tailwind available. And he'll peek over top. He just gets the leg shot off. Has to cancel the ult. Shazam is still working in mid, but Raucus has got him through the smoke right now. No, he actually gives up the angle, and Shazam gets him. Baby Bay left alone. Never mind. Sick left alone. No res this time, and knife out against Marvs. And that's wraps.
Started out with the pick onto Dapper. That was where things really started to get a little risky, a little dangerous, and with Sentinels on the default they prepared for this round, 4 members in the middle, and Dapper holding off the A lobby push. Those members that were stuck there, Neural Theft made things even worse. And FaZe Clan in a great position, but Baby Bay really kind of like that the highlight player for that round. Got a lot of great picks. Resurrection down.
Shazam versus Baby Bay here. They're gonna go for it right away. Baby Bay gets pushed off the angle, and there's no dash from Shazam expended. And up into heaven they go. Corey's there. They don't clear ropes out. This is dangerous. There could be a flash up into heaven as they try to cross, but at the same time, there's paint shells as well off of the angle.
The showstopper Sinatra trying to clear space. Baby Bay will feel the heat. Dapper takes down Corey down to the 3v5. Raucus back in spawn, still has the Seekers available, but they're rotating over to B. Hawk will find that information. Can Raucus hold off the push? He's too low. He's too low, and now it's the 2v4 retake.
Get the back there. Ooh, nice swing as the Neural Theft goes out. That's good timing for Marv. Gonna work through this heaven. They all fall back, Sentinels does. Time for Marv to drop down to hell. Shazam spots him. Zachary needs to join, but this is such a difficult retake scenario. Dapper gets a little too aggressive. Marv will TP over towards New Box. And now he'll actually have position on Shazam, but no, misses the shots. Still gets it. Last player backside. They have to find him. Sick alone. Yes, that's one. 1v1 now. No spike tap. There you go, finally. Is that going to bait him off? Yes, the ball! And Sick gets it anyways. Even though the crosshair not perfectly primed there, but the timing is Sick does it again, the clutch master of Sentinels. And it looks like we might actually go to a 6-6 when FaZe Clan was up so much in this half. 5-1 was the score.
It feels like Sick is consistently stopping the momentum from FaZe. Round after round, he's the one player that is giving FaZe such a difficult time. And now FaZe on a little bit of a broken bye. Corey and Zachary in a little bit of a tougher spot in terms of what they can afford. And they're on the A site. That's where Sentinels are preparing to go. How will they hold off this push?
Trade a boombox, but it actually does massive damage. Doesn't matter though. Corey falls. Seeker's out though. That will force them back. Zachary also falls to Shazam. Trying to peek that elbow spot. Zoms gets spotted. Raucus might actually try to go through. No. What?
What?
He's a ninja. Sinatra already up on heaven. And now a 2 versus 5 retake with spawn walled. And both players, Dapper even still has in control.
One enemy remaining.
That was cheeky. A flawless round for Sentinels to close up the half. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back,
Switching
half
sides.
number 2 with Sentinels on the defense.
For the second map in a row, Sentinels and Sick specifically close the half out with a beautiful clutch from Sick. And that's gotta hurt if you're FaZe Clan. We have a 6-6 half score line again, but this time it's on more of a defender-sided map. Instantly a wall down from Sick. And that might have been the dagger, Simo, given what we saw in Haven, given what we saw out of FaZe's second half.
6-6 because of Sick. As we move on to the pistol. And things have slowed down. Rocket's in a little bit of a tough spot. The audible's heard. There's the swing, the dink, and the frag. Sinatra taking down one early from FaZe, but they're funneling fast through ropes.
And down Shazam does cross all the way towards screen. He can play really well with Zombies. No, he actually dashes even forward. I don't know if I like that, but Zombies getting the trade anyways. It gets 2, nice. That's a good way to kind of cement this advantage here for Sentinel. Sick going for more. Even in spawn, Baby Bay with now 3, and this is kind of getting awkward now. He picks up a ghost as well. We do have Sick, very low HP. He's not going to be able to finish him. Maybe potentially can wait the time out. Spike is down over towards ramp, and we already have Sinatra with the angle covering that spike.
Great angle as well. You've got Sick looking in from elbow and Sinatra playing close on the swing. Really difficult position for Baby Bay to be in, but didn't anticipate Baby Bay winning that duel. Now the 4K on the round. Can he find the ace?
The healing orb, though, just came back up in 18 seconds now. It's going to be advantage Sick. Doesn't have armor anymore, so can get put down really, really fast. No dash either. This is coming down to time. The good thing here for Sick, as it doesn't matter anyways, is that the spike is going to buy him time to drop down, but I don't think that Baby Bay actually was going to be able to get killed before the spike goes down, so that would have been nice. In any case, Sentinels wins this pistol. They go up 7-6. Another 1v1, another clutch from Sick, too. You have to keep putting this guy up on the pedestal when it comes to clutches. He's absolutely insane.
Not to mention a flexible agent pool, great supporting ability, great fragging ability.
Handsome guy.
Man is, yeah. You know, listen, I didn't want to say it, but you know, he is. It is what it is, and that also is what it is. The opening eco for FaZe finds Dapper, but Sinatra gonna get in a little bit of a tighter position. They don't push in. Back away completely and heal everybody up.
Well, isn't this a fun little time in attacker spawn? Conga line back over towards A. Zombs will reposition, but he's going to be here in time to spot them on elbow and then can TP out. The situation does deserve it. There's a dash forward. He's not going to go for it. Oh, into the smoke, but it doesn't matter. Shazam is there. The cross is perfect. Paranoia makes it so that they dive on top of each other, and they're there for each other too. Arv still gets one, but gets traded by Sinatra. That was nicely done from Sentinels to clean up the eco round. That, you know, FaZe Clan started off pretty nicely on, but the idea there was just kind of like, okay, guys, we gotta kill. Let's run back spawn. Doesn't quite pan out when you have Zombs and Shazam, the show up there, very perfectly done. But Baby Bay almost made it work. He really did. That caught him by surprise.
I think what's so interesting about FaZe here is that we're seeing the same similar style from Haven, hit and reset, or in the case of the last round, hit and sprint away to the other side. Haven not as quickly as accessible as Split is, but I'd imagine we're going to see a little bit more Sinatra. Oh, gonna find Marv. And Zombs
So
with another. Baby Bay has to retreat. Zombs, thank you very much. I'll take that one for free. And this bonus is looking real juicy for Sentinels.
FaZe now feeling the heat. They get a taste of their own medicine. I really like that smoke from Zombs. I believe it was him. Sinatra able to just dash forward into it with his satchel. And then back away out of the smoke, take down one. Very, very dangerous play to make, but hey, I like it. Sinatra has the confidence to make it work. If he was a FaZe player, he'd be getting criticized, of course. Sinatra. Mostly because it doesn't work.
It works sometimes. Come on, you gotta give him a little, just a 1 tablespoon of credit.
Yeah.
1 tablespoon.
30 seconds
Don't forget,
left.
one thing to mention, even though this round looks pretty much over and dusted, as I'm pretty sure they're saving guns at this point, really not even looking for information. The attack side on Haven was quite good from FaZe. The set and reset type of defaults, the slow pushes, re-execs onto that A site, it worked really well.
10 seconds left.
The only thing this time, though, is it's split, not Haven. Drastically different maps, drastically different defense scenarios. So I don't know if that's really something to note. Nice shot from Sick, takes out Corey. They've got all the space. This is why you need info. This is why you need map control.
I think it's also important to note the hit and reset type of strategy. It's just difficult to cross spawn and mid. Mid is a little bit not super safe to cross, especially depending on how Sentinels play that side, especially if you've got Sick putting up a wall. Yeah, it's definitely not safe across the middle. But to beeline it from spawn,
I will find.
depending on the information gathered, it can be a little telegraphed, especially if they run it consistently. So far, we haven't seen it. This is going to be a fast hit onto A. And Doms is ready for it. Finds the opening onto Baby Bay. Things slow down.
They didn't pop the cage there. As he tried to cross, I'm a little confused. That's the idea. It was the one-way too, and they also threw another dark cover, so maybe to fall back later on in the round. Either case, man down, eco round. Smoke to cut him off even further. Dude, the momentum is gone. The steam, like, it's all out of the tank here from FaZe. Like, they try the speed, it slows down. The same thing that we keep talking about how they're kind of playing it, but this is starting to look very, very rough. Even, I mean, it's just an eco round, sure, but okay.
Ouch.
They still have the Vandal from Rockets from last round. And actually, Zombs have TP'd out. This is good information now, and they get Shazam. They have sight if they want it. But it looks like they don't. Staying up in heaven.
30
All
seconds
three
left.
players coming from spawn. Don't forget, they don't have the information that we have. They're going to run over towards screen. They can go back in through ropes. 20 seconds left. This is getting mighty, mighty dangerous. Got the smoke down. Sick will get in the sight, and they should easily be able to clean this up. His time is not on their side. Double satchel through, though. Can he find Sick? No. And the paranoia is perfect. Zombs and Sick once again combined on this A site. And it's 2 rounds away from match point from Sentinels.
Things are not looking good. Thankfully for FaZe fans, we've got a gun round upon us. This would be a turning point for them. If they don't manage to clean this up-and-coming round up, we could potentially be sitting at 12 rounds for Sentinels, rather. That is a scary sight. This is map 2 we're talking about. Bala, the winner, moves on to the upper semifinals and increases their chances of moving on to Masters. Loser falls down to the loser's bracket and potentially gets eliminated today.
I believe FaZe Clan would be going up against the loser of Exet Envy? Not quite sure. But in either case,
Cage triggered.
something to note about if you win this. You're such a boon going forward. You don't have to play 2 games a day like everybody in the lower bracket. Ori challenging, yes.
Oh.
Looks like a round that we've seen before, except on the other side it was Sick. This time it's Corey. And they've got heaven control as well. Sinatra in a great spot, though. It doesn't matter. Baby Bay down. No, Sinatra down. Baby Bay connects.
Enemy remaining.
And Marv, too.
Ooh.
Okay. Starting to look like they got some shots still in them. Some life still in them. Spike planting, and
Spike
Shazam
planted.
will save his operator. And they already know they're already on the hunt.
Damn, will he be able to save this? There's the body peek. There's one shot comes easy. Tailwind to safety. You can find one more. You'll have the Blade Storm for the round to come, but Zachary ready from heaven. And speaking of Exet Envy, that one's already done.
Weapon.
Quick
Really?
2-0 for Envy over Exet. Envy will move on and face the winner of this match. The loser will face off against Exet. You know, if I'm Sentinels or FaZe, Envy is not an easy opponent. That is still a very scary team waiting on the opposite side.
Take what's useful.
And that's a rematch, too. Exet was the one who knocked Envy back to the open qualifier. In the qualifying match in lower bracket, and Challengers won. So very interesting development there. Continuing on this theme about what's to come. Winners of matches end up maintaining their 2 chances. If you go down, you have only 1 more chance. You got to win 2 in a row in order to qualify for Masters. In any case, Shazam still operating. Just get the tag, but not quite enough. A lot of mid presence here. They could re-peek. Psalm's getting aggressive. That's
Wow.
going to pick off Zachary and really force FaZe into an uncomfortable position. They cannot work back through. And if they do, that's going to take so much time off of their execute. Dapper spots with the jump. Nothing. Corey wasn't even really exposed. And they're not going to re-clear. Thankfully, Sentinels is not taking too much. Nice shot from Baby Bay.
Ooh.
Sam is now going to start rotating the no. It's not A. They know it's coming here. Dapper through the cage. And now 2 up. With the Seeker, he should be able to fall. Yes, he does. Dapper has to go big, and he does. Rock is gone. Spike down. Seeker doesn't matter.
Last player standing.
And Marv falls too.
30 seconds
Baby
left.
Bay left alone. And he'll save.
Yeah, 18 HP. Tough. Tough position to be in. You know, we talked about this being a round that FaZe Clan needed to win. This puts Sentinels up to 11. Bounce back's going to be
10
even more
seconds left.
detrimental, potentially catapulting them to 12. That is something FaZe does not want to be in. Economy's still not going to be too bad. Not going to be too bad. However, up in hand, Zachary may be not able to buy as effectively, but somebody might be able to drop for him. So definitely not down and out. Could be a lot worse, I think, in the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But man, this has been so good from Sentinels on these holes.
Dapper showed up on that round. It's like a horror movie, but he's in charge. He's the protagonist of that one. FaZe Clan right now out of steam. but still trying. They had that beautiful round before this one. Zoms, though, playing aggressive now on this A ramp. It looks like the one prior to this where they kind of stalled out on this A side. Default posted. But look at this wall in mid. We will have finally some pressure off of it because of Marv. Zachary, gotta be careful, baby. They just find the pick onto Shazam deep. There's an ult as well. There's no smoke to cover him though, and Marv will get reset. That's the time for FaZe to kind of chill out. We do have Zachary going out on the site. He sneaks his way over to Flower Pot. They know Zoms is close. And Sit gets the revive too on Shazam with the smoke. He gets his kill off on Zachary as well. Maybe Bay now replaces him. And they've got site control right back, even a paint shell. That cleans him up. My goodness. Does that rotate fast from Sentinels, and it connects very hard. Shazam with another pick too.
Ouch. That's gotta hurt. 2 players left standing for FaZe. The team bought down for this
30
round.
seconds left.
And the funny part here too is Zoms, he was involved in that fight, just ults over back towards B just in case they actually walked all the way out, and he's the guy who kills it. He's the guy who pretty much secures here for Sentinels. Corey has no time, even if he did get the kills. Zoms will clean him up. 12-7, another match point now for Sentinels.
Match point.
And they look strong. They look really good. They look like they haven't even missed a beat since Challengers 1.
You know, the maps have started out really close, really highly contested on both fronts. Sentinels kind of warming up to the map, warming up to this FaZe set piece that they continue to mix up. And once we've gotten to the second half, it's really just been the Sentinels show on both maps. And it continues to be on split here. Match point for Sentinels could be another 13-7, like we saw in Haven. FaZe Clan on a little bit of a tougher buy. Bladestorm thankfully available for Baby Bay. Still going to be able to make it work. Shot's going to be good for Shazam. Tailwind to safety. And that's Omen down.
The idea is there for Shazam. He knows exactly what he wants to do. Creep out the smoke. Hit the pick. Dive away. And he goes all the way back towards A, by the way. Sit walls up in towards Heaven. And even if they wanted it, they can't grab it. But they do have ropes control now, so that is something. And also Zachary knows that Shazam backed over towards A. Zoms and Shazam to receive on this match point.
ABB though, he's the big X factor here. He got that ropes control. Now that the wall's gone, he's gonna try to push forward, and he's backstabbed by Sinatra. Showstopper now going through long range, can't damage. But now Corey with the swing takes that one down for free. But still, Shazam and Zoms on the site. 30 seconds left. They're waiting for the execute. Doc comes through. It's going for Zoms. Out the Hound and out the shot. Shazam will take down Zachary. It's 2 players left standing. Corey with the trade. Now he's looking to get involved. The shot's not going to go from range, but guess who's back-sighted? Zoms. The shot's good, and Zoms once more. Zoms Nation prevails as Sentinels knock FaZe down.
A quick 2-0 for Sentinels. The winner